Transparency International Malaysia, or known as TI Malaysia, is an independent, non-governmental and non-partisan organisation. TI Malaysia is an accredited chapter of the Berlin-based Transparency International, operating in over 100 countries worldwide. TI Malaysia represents the Malaysian arm of the esteemed Global Transparency International Network. Transparency International is a global non-governmental organisation founded by Peter Eigen in 1993. Its mission is to combat corruption and promote transparency and accountability worldwide. TI Malaysia was founded by Tunku Abdul Aziz Tunku Ibrahim. Planning began in 1995, and the organisation was officially registered under the Registrar of Societies, ROS, in 1998. Tunku Aziz, with support from like-minded individuals, founded the Malaysian chapter of Transparency International. Originally, it began as the Kuala Lumpur Society for Transparency and Integrity. Later, it evolved into the Malaysian Society for Transparency and Integrity, MSTI. TI Malaysia's establishment in 1998 predates many other organisations focused specifically on anti-corruption efforts in Malaysia. Here are the notable presidents who have served TI Malaysia throughout the years. TI Malaysia is committed to combating corruption and promoting 5 core values: transparency, integrity, independence, justice, and accountability in Malaysia. At TI Malaysia, our vision is clear: a nation free of corruption, a society built on integrity. Our mission is to eradicate corruption and promote transparency, integrity, and accountability throughout society. TI Malaysia's approach is non-confrontational. We work with the government to implement reforms that could mitigate corruption in Malaysia. One of our annual flagship events is the Corruption Perceptions Index, CPI, which is a global measure of corruption in the public sector across 180 countries. Malaysia's rank and scores are featured in the yearly CPI, and it's closely monitored by the government. Over the years, TI Malaysia has remained dedicated to advocacy and awareness campaigns against corruption, forging partnerships with government agencies, civil society organisations, and the private sector. Through collaborative efforts, TI Malaysia continues to champion transparency and integrity in Malaysia. TI Malaysia's advocacy work since its establishment includes 1. Engage with the government to accelerate the amendments on Whistleblower Protection Act 2010. 2. Corporate Liability Provisions Section 17A under the MACC Act 2009. 3. Reforming MACC to be a commission under the Constitution. 4. Include beneficial ownership as a provision in the Companies Act 2016. 5. Advancing the Political Financing Act.
When in Germany now, if you are caught bribing abroad somewhere, then you are punished. In the past, you would get a tax write-off. This is a real difference from 30 years ago. And I think we can all be very proud of that. And I think Malaysia, of course, has played a very active role in this. And tried to develop a trialogue between these 3 main stakeholders of society: the government, the private sector, and civil society organizations. And I think that's what you are doing in Malaysia. This is why you are successful.
It is our hope that not only the government plays their role, and I think society at large and Malaysians as a whole should understand that the role of fighting corruption is not solely on the shoulder of the government or the Prime Minister or the anti-corruption agency. We as Malaysians, we have a role to play, and when we see anything wrong or any wrongdoings are done, we need to speak up. So it is my hope, and I urge you all Malaysians to rise up and speak up against corruption.
Support our cause and initiatives by staying updated through our social media. You may contact us through any of our channels for collaborations. Fighting corruption begins with you.